Real healing comes with being real with yourself. Healing is not a process that takes days or months to just, or years to just fully heal. I feel like healing comes with a lifetime. I feel like healing is a path to take. Especially if you're my people, we have so much of trauma built in within us. So much generational trauma. And every day is something to reflect on and see what we can possibly change about ourselves. Sometimes we sit there and we hang around people that is not good for our mental state and our healing process, healing journey. And it tends to, and like just substance, vices, and things that we can't get over to reveal the real parts of ourselves, the real aspects of ourselves. And when you keep those people around, when you keep people who are not good for you around, it distracts you from looking within and realizing who you are at home when all the lights shut out, when there's just four corners and four walls, and it's nothing but you and yourself and your thoughts and your heartbeat and in your mind. Some people are scared to even get to that, state. And I've been in that state multiple times to the point where it was so quiet in the room, I could hear my heart pump and feel the blood run through my veins and feeling every spot of my pulse in my body. That's how quiet it was. That's how lonely it was. Well, I wouldn't say lonely. I was alone, because lonely and alone is two different things. But what was left was me, myself, and God. So it made me self-reflect. And when I self-reflect, or whenever you want to self-reflect and be real with yourself, you have to go in those rooms where there's trauma and where there's dark rooms in your soul. You have to go into the rooms and light a light in those rooms to figure out what is stopping you from becoming your best self. What is stopping you from, what is limiting you? Like I said, people sit there and they use people to distract them from being their real self. Everybody have their own persona when they're around other people. Some people don't even want to be their authentic selves. They're hiding the real self within themselves because they haven't even revealed that. And they tend to project their own traumas onto other people, or project and just take up all of that anger and stress and emotions within themselves, all that confused energy within themselves, and they tend to spill that out on another person because they don't truly know who they are and know how to put a label on that emotion because they have not did the healing. And when you don't do the healing, you can be really oblivious to who you are, and other people can see that around you. And it sucks not knowing who you are, and everybody else know who you are, but you just don't see it because you're too distracted. And that's why it's so crucial whenever you are healing, or when you are going on a spiritual journey, or whenever you're just being a person in general. It is so important to self-reflect on everything in your life, even when it comes down to the worst things that you don't even want to think of. The things that you don't want to talk about. The things you never told. Them I call it secret sins. Secret things that you do that nobody knows but you and God. So stop hiding yourself from who you are. Stop fearing your own self because you don't want to go within and you don't want to check out what lies within your soul, because sometimes our soul can be dark and scary and you don't even want to face yourself. It's like that Naruto. Oh my God, that popped in my head. That Naruto scene where
俺はどうすりゃいい！そんなもん簡単だろ。お前は俺になりゃいい。 お前も俺なんだから。今までありがとな。
You watch the whole story of Naruto. He had a lot of trauma, but he faced it his real self. I forgot to put this in here, but he didn't let his past, nor his past trauma, mold him to become the person that he was that day or today. He didn't let negative experiences, because if you watch the whole Naruto thing, he didn't let those negative experiences that he experienced and other people's perspectives of how he lived in his past and what they known him from, he didn't let that affect him. Yeah, for a bit, but at the end of the day, it's all about facing yourself and becoming one with that side, so you can continue to have a pure and good heart, so you won't have to affect other people. Like, the Naruto story is so deep, guys. I want you to go. I'm getting chills again. I want y'all to go watch that. And at the end of that, he became at peace with his dark self, and he became better right after that. You know, and I feel like Naruto was, oh my god, y'all, I got chills because I'm saying all this. Like, this is deep for me. But I'm saying this all to say, like, we could honestly just be limiting ourselves without even knowing, because we don't want to go within, and we be distracted by what's in front of us. And at the same time, you have so much potential within you to just become greater, and all you have to do is just learn that lesson, get over that lesson, and face that lesson, and move on. Guys, I'm watching this video as I edit, so I'm just inserting parts. But sometimes our trauma can be so deep rooted, it can be so terrible, like the most traumatic things can happen to us. But it's all of the matter of just not having that trauma carry you, and not also putting that trauma away in the back of your head, because at times it will resurface and you will not know how to deal with that, you know? So it's just all of the matter of just facing that trauma every second of the day to try to get over that and move on, because you can't change the past. You can't change what happened to you. You can't change what happened around you. All you can do is just change the now, and make sure that experience do not affect who you are today. And also not seek revenge, because I see that product stuff going on. Do not seek revenge because things has happened. It's all a matter, just look within and forgive yourself and forgive people, the people around you. And I know it's so hard because people are terrible, but at the end of the day, how will you move on? You know, how will you move on from certain things if you have hatred in your heart and you don't go to God about it? And that's the thing. Go to God about certain situations to let him not have that certain thing have dominion over your spirit, and having that part of you in a chokehold to the point where you can't be yourself. If that certain thing has so much power over you, you're not in control. This is your life. You need to take control, you know? And more things, because like, we are never perfect. We are striving to be perfect. Therefore, healing journey, or the healing process, is a long life journey, and we are only human. So we're gonna tend to mess up in life, and we're gonna tend to, you know, do things that is not good for our souls and spirits. So therefore, it is important to reflect every single day and go deep, deep, deep within yourself, and stop hiding yourself, and stop abusing other things to distract yourself from who you actually is. And once that flower within you bloom, then you will be beautiful.